everyone, thatoldnerfguy here. Today, level 1 paint job, which is basically one base coat per shell part. No mix, no tape. At least if you feel okay with it, go with it, but I'm going for one color per part. I suggest when you do that, don't go for a very light color like white on the very dark plastic part directly. That's why I'm going for that level 1, no base coat under your color. Basically, I'm gonna go with black for those two parts, which is pretty easy to mask. I'm gonna go with black for this orange piece, but not the inside because it's already pretty tight. I'm gonna just tape the contour so there's no paint on the interior of this part for functionality, but this is all gonna be black. And for the main shell, it's gonna be red. I'm keeping all the orange tip for safety, and I might put this sight and full rail in black too, to go with the deco. With maybe some outline going back to the level 0 paint job with some Sharpie on it. So first thing first, let's open the blaster, dismantle it, separate all the shell parts, and then we're gonna remove the label, clean underneath, clean the shell, maybe scuff this shiny plastic so the paint will stick. Because paint, I'm using Rust-Oleum 2X, which basically is paint and primer together on pretty much all texture of plastic in the xshot. It's gonna stick very well, but the very shiny one, like for any paint, if it's a very shiny surface, it doesn't give maximum results. So we're just gonna scuff it with a green pad or a red pad just so it's not shiny anymore, and then we're gonna be set for paint. So let's dismantle the blaster. Got all my parts. I was expecting this to be 2 pieces. This is 1 piece. So basically, everything that's going to be visible on this part will be black. I might tape the rest so it's going to stay orange. And this whole rail too, I'm going to put it black. So I'm going to tape everything here to protect it so it stay orange. For the rest, black. This part completely red. For white, I might have to put 3 coats of red instead of just 2. Might not mask everything. This blue will be quite easy to mask with black, and it's already dark enough. I might put some gold outline with my Sharpie afterward. Now let's take care of this part here. Need to remove this label. And since this part is very glossy, I need to scuff it a little. Like this, I'm gonna have to scuff this part with the green pad. A little here, underneath here, it's too shiny. The top of those parts, and the surrounding here on the trigger guard. Too shiny. But other than that, and this around here. Other than that, pretty easy paint job. Start with this label. Might have to lift a corner. Don't press on those. I know it's the prime, so normally our finger press on this label so it sticks very well, but if you can remove it with the least mess possible, it's perfect. I would suggest tweezer. I don't have any near me. I did it perfect on the second one. I could almost reuse that sticker. So those two parts. Let's clean this glue a little. Then we'll do some scuffing and a second cleaning. I take some 99% alcohol, like I normally do, to clean pretty much every plastic part, every sticker. I'm going to over clean it a bit. Not like it's going to suffer from being too clean. The second one. Now, for the scuffing. The goal here is not to sand the surface, it's just to remove the shininess. Take your green pad or red pad, depending on what you have, and you go over your part. You see? It just leave it unshiny. Go to whatever level of sanding you want. This is my level 1. My level 1 paint job, requiring almost no sanding. You do that for the whole part. About done with the scuffing. Should look somewhat like that, so the paint stick to it. I'm gonna do the same treatment to those parts, those two and those two. Maybe a little on the guard here so the paint sticks. Then we're gonna re-clean everything with alcohol. Then we're gonna choose color. So pretty much all cleaned up and ready for paint. So we're gonna go with apple red, satin finish for the white part, and black for pretty much any other one, because for those dark plastic color, better take a very opaque one, and I like the black and red look on pistol. And I'm gonna like erase the black, the orange from the side by putting black. So with the black color, I'll be able to put gold accent very easy on the blaster to finish the look. To apply paint with those, I usually use that 2X Rust-Oleum paint, because it saves me the step of priming most of the time. You go with two very light coat at first. They're not even gonna cover the whole blaster. I mean, color wise, you will still see some white going through it or some blue going through your black by putting down two very light coat. And then your third coat is going to be a little a little more heavy, like a medium coat over it. Normally you follow instruction, pretty easy, pretty clear, but I would have to say go easy on it. Don't put too much, it's gonna run, it's gonna drip. Practice before. If you have an old shell that you can practice before you do your first paint job, might be a good idea. As for choosing the right base coat for the right color, depending on the right top coat, we're gonna see that on the level 2 paint job video. This is still level 1, only one base coat. I mean one base color per piece of shell, and then we outline the blaster with what we saw in level 0. So let's go for first coat of paint. Here they are, 36 hours later or so. I put a little too much on some of those, but the finish is right. Now, while the paint is still a little tacky, I would say it's not 100% dry. Okay, I will try not to touch it too much, so I will not leave fingerprints on it, but I will apply the Sharpie outline right now because the paint will stick very, very well to it. I already chose the place I will put the outline on it. Basically that little square around the fake screw here. Same thing for those 2 square, since they're gonna transpire on the sides of the shell. It's gonna do a nice separation between the two. I'm gonna do those 2 little dots here. Maybe the surrounding of this front part, maybe not all, but the surrounding of this front part and the trigger guard in gold, the line in the handle, and maybe some outlining on the slide. This thing looks great. I will do those little dots here, maybe that screw. I will see what I will do. Let's start now by doing those here. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do with those. My gold look okay. Those front line here. Basically, it's my level 0 paint job video that you apply to this first step paint job. I'm gonna do a few key point more on this thing, and then we're gonna assemble this blaster. Basically, you get the idea. You go carefully with this Sharpie. You go pretty much everywhere you want, and then you should have a good result. Let me finish this, then we'll assemble the blaster. All assembled, all outlined. I might even put some decals on it, since I have a few sheets of those, just to give it another color, and I like the white, the red, the black, and the gold together. So let me put a few decals on it, maybe an xshot logo on it, since I got like 2 here. I might put some white line on the top here, and yeah, something in the flat space. xshot.com in front would be nice. Yeah, let me try this out. Here it is with the decal. I just want to give it some little more shape on it, just some color scheme. I think it's looking good. That is pretty much the level 1 paint job. Like your base coat, some outline, decals if you have them, just that they were xshot decal. So I treated myself with little deco on it. But other than that, pretty much it. The rest is basically reassembling your blaster. Yeah, that's about it. Level 1 paint job. I think this one looked cool. Kind of a slightly Iron Man vibe on it with the gold, but yeah. It will go dry a little more because some of the paint is tacky on some place, but yeah, that's finished. In the meantime, you can always follow me on Facebook and Instagram at thatoldnerfguy. Please leave a like and comment, subscribe for more content. Comment me about what kind of paint job you would like to see. I would really like to read about that, and I will try to do one. Don't forget to hit that bell to stay notified on my latest video. This was Dave Fatag. See you next time. Bye.